Querétaro is a beautiful city in central Mexico filled with stunning architecture, quaint streets, delicious food, and amazing people. We are excited to explore this wonderful city for a few days, and we're going to share all of our favorite discoveries with you. For our visit, we stayed in the Centro Histórico part of Querétaro, and it was perfect. Our Airbnb was right in the heart of this amazing neighborhood, and we would stay here again in a heartbeat. The apartment was homey and modern feeling with lots of space and everything you need to make yourself at home, including access to a really lovely outdoor space. The first thing we like to do when we arrive in any new city or town is walk around the area that our Airbnb or hotel is located in and just see what's around us.
Exactly.
Check out the sites, scope out some restaurants, get a feel for the people in the area. We started wandering around and we found our way down to Plaza de Armas, and it happened to be decked out still with lots of decorations for the holidays.
Yes.
And there were a lot of people just walking through and enjoying the square and the evening, lots of families, lots of kids. It was really, really delightful to just be out and about and part of that sort of commotion.
As is always the case with us, we managed to find our way to a cocktail bar, and actually we found a really great one.
Yes.
It's very near our Airbnb. It's called the Dodo Cafe, and just great bartenders, great craft cocktails. In fact, we went back a couple nights later to explore a little more of their cocktails, but we highly recommend this as a place to go if you're into craft cocktails or even just want to be in an environment with a lot of like students and people.
Yeah, it just kind of has a modern, sophisticated feel to it. The music was great, The environment was great, and yeah, everything on the menu that we tried was superb.
We like to start every day with some great coffee, and in Querétaro there is no shortage of great cafes.
Yes, lots of cute little places to grab a coffee and a quick bite.
So no surprise, we ended up at Plaza de Armas again at Mas Cafe. There's a nice terrace that faces the park, and we were able to just enjoy a couple of espressos and enjoy the view. It's not necessarily that we recommend Mas Cafe as the place to go, but the view can't be beat.
Yeah, it's just a really nice way to sit on the square and enjoy kind of the morning activities of the town. So lots of cool things to see if you like people watching.
Another thing that Querétaro is rich with is history. And of course in Centro Histórico you're going to find lots of monuments and old buildings, etc. So that's what we did. We just kind of went for a walk.
Yeah, everywhere you turn there's like a beautiful sculpture, little church, cute square.
Yeah.
It's just, you can't not see amazing things here. Two sculptures that we were particularly fond of were the dancer, and then not too far from that there's another sculpture called the Fountain of Neptune, and that was also really beautiful, so we enjoyed checking those out.
Speaking of churches, the one that we had targeted that we really wanted to see inside was Santa Clara. And the thing about Santa Clara is they only have one mass per day because of COVID. So you have to be there at 9:30 a.m. to see the interior.
One of the descriptions that we remember reading about the church, or at least I remember reading, is that it's basically like dripping with gold. Some of the altars are just really ornate and covered in gold, and it did not disappoint.
But don't stop at Santa Clara. There are so many churches almost on every corner, and they're open for viewing. Let's go look. We're gonna see. So how cool is this? Skating right here in Mexico.
We just finished wandering through Mercado La Cruz, which was a very cool experience. We were on hunt for tacos guisado, which is basically just a bunch of different stews and you get a taco with your choice in it. We found some delicious ones with pollo, so that is chicken. They were hot, they were very juicy and super flavorful. If you're enjoying this video and all the tasty treats we're trying, be sure to give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to catch all our other videos. So right now we are in the Museo del Calendario, which has been a great little find for us. We've really enjoyed popping in and wandering around this museum. There are tons of old calendars and art. And one of the cool things we've noticed is that the museum is primarily in Spanish. So it's been good to kind of test and stretch our Spanish skills a little bit. And it's always nice to be somewhere where you know there aren't a ton of international travelers. It's been awesome. There's even a little cafe here right in the courtyard, which is beautiful, and we stopped in to have an espresso.
One of the things I was looking most forward to was going to the Museo de Arte de Querétaro. If anything, just for the location, the architecture. The building it's in is an old convent, and it is stunning. 100% worth the price of admission, whatever the price of admission is. It happened to be free for us. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. Maybe it was a free day.
Maybe
it was a free hour, but I think if there is a fee, it's usually nominal.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
Totally worth it, but it didn't stop there. The art was great.
One of the exhibits that we were lucky enough to see was
Emerging artists.
Emerging artists, so featuring emerging artists from Mexico, and all of them had sort of a contemporary feel, lots of different styles of art, but all very modern and very cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah. There's a lot of museums here in Querétaro, so one of the things I think that we would recommend is picking a couple that sound like they're most interesting and then just sort of focusing on those, and then if you can squeeze in some other ones that you happen to pop into or just come across, totally do that. But it helped us to pick a couple of favorites that we really wanted to see to try and sort of narrow it down.
And we really enjoyed those too.
Yes, 100%. For dinner, we chose to go to La Biznaga Arte y Cafe. I think a good way to describe it would be just like very eclectic in terms of style and very artsy. Lots of cool things on the walls, and in terms of the food, it's sort of like a healthy take on
some classics, but also local faves like pizzas and even hamburgers. And so it was a real nice mix of types of food.
Yeah, it was delicious. And then they also serve breakfast there.
And it's very popular, so if you are gonna go, just be prepared to stand in the queue for a little bit.
And cash up.
Serrano ham, goat cheese. Another great option right across the street is Norteno Style. We ordered some like a ribeye taco and a carne asada taco and some guacamole, and they were fantastic as well.
Holy moly, guacamole.
So this is the asada, carne asada. This beef is from the northern part of Mexico. They made it very clear that that's where the best meat comes from, so sounds good to us. Definitely hot, right off the grill, and right to the table. So good. Very drippy. Watch the pants. As mentioned, we love to walk and explore, and one of the main sort of streets that we kept walking along was Cinco de Mayo. There's a ton of places to eat there, there's shops, it's just a great walking street.
And we were headed down Cinco de Mayo, actually heading for a different coffee shop than we ended up in, but we happened to walk by this incredibly inviting looking cafe called, very cute and inviting, called Cafe Natif or Natif. One of the things that attracted us to it, in addition to being very cute, was the food offering.
Right.
So they had a combo for breakfast with chilaquiles, which is something that we had been wanting to have for sure. And so we decided to just stop in and eat there, and it was It was perfect.
And could we just talk about how incredibly friendly everybody seems to be in this town?
Yes.
Yeah, everybody that serves us, they always want to take care of you. They're super friendly. They're not impatient with you. It's one of the most friendly cities I think I've been to.
Yeah, no, it's been really, really awesome.
Yeah, amazing. Gracias. You too.
One great surprise for us was learning that there is an ancient pyramid here.
Yeah,
I don't think
incredible.
either of us really knew that
No.
until we started researching some of the top and favorite things to do in this particular town, and that comes up all the time, and we decided we were going to check it out.
Yeah. So we're at El Cerrito. The pyramid. It's unbelievable. So nice here. It's a little warm, but totally worth the sweat to come here and see this.
It's a super easy visit too, and one of the most awesome things is that there's not a lot of people here. So whereas a lot of the other pyramids that you can visit in Mexico are really crawling with tourists, this is awesome because it's very quiet. It is an inexpensive and easy ride from the center, the historic center, to get out here, and the entrance fee was really nominal as well. So a very cool visit. Yeah, you can't see too many of these types of pyramids. They're all beautiful. Teotihuacan is awesome, Chichen Itza, and this one is just fantastic.
Yeah, they're awesome in the literal sense.
Yes.
I know we keep talking about our street, but another great place to go on our street is Cafe 1889. A really interesting, eclectic, I might even say a little bit bizarre type coffee shop. Their theme is this blend of Day of the Dead meets Halloween meets
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter meets an 1800s apothecary, and the server kept talking about giving us potions. So our potion, as always, is coffee.
I think that was probably the best coffee we've had here.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean it's the best coffee here. Obviously, there's so many places we haven't even been able to try, but I think that was one of our favorites.
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, so tasty. If you're in Centro, one great activity is taking a walk over to Mirador de los Arcos to see the old aqueduct. It's an awesome experience, and we highly recommend doing it at sunset to get the best view. Right on the edge of the historic center is Alameda Hidalgo, which is where we are right now. And it is this big, beautiful park. It's perfectly landscaped, super quiet. It's just a lovely place to come, go for a little bit of a walk, sit and enjoy the sights and sounds. Totally recommend popping down here if you're able to. It's a wonderful place to visit. So as a final activity, we wanted to have a little bit of fun and check out a really cool place we had heard about and walked by, and that was San Miguelito, which is this awesome Mexican restaurant. It's got kind of a sort of fun and quirky vibe, all sorts of colors, all sorts of just like really
murals. Yeah.
Super fun and exciting to look at. We had delicious margaritas, massive margaritas.
Yeah.
And some amazing guacamole that they make right at the table for you, and is so tasty and delicious. Perfect way to end our time here.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was fun.
Super fun. Well, that's it for our adventures in Querétaro. We hope you've enjoyed checking out this amazing city with us.